And welcome everybody to another great day of SSL soccer. The screen has gone black. That's mildly concerning.
We'll have graphics up, won't we?
Yeah, I hope so. That was a weird effect that I'd never seen before.
Yeah, we've just jumped over to some new graphics. We hope you like them. I'm Sock, with me is Zenlos. If you
Hello.
want to know our player names, we have Valen DeFleur and Jerry Zvici. As we get just underway here, we have F.C Kaapstad at home here against AS Paris. Yes, we have...
Okay.
Zenlos, you've gone through and looked at this matchup previously.
Yes.
What have you been able to decipher from what's gone on thus far?
Well, Kaapstad's gotten off to a rather slow start to the season. They're currently at the bottom of the table with only 1 point and they have 2-goal differential, but Paris were sitting tied at the top until they ran into Inter London in our last match day.
Yeah, of course, Inter
London,
the current undefeated team right now, the only undefeated team. Sitting at 2-0-0. And of course, maybe it's just they just ran into a buzzsaw there with Inter London and they can really come back and fire here against the South African squad.
But here we have Brisky taking the ball up, and it's blocked by G Fuel Energy Formula. Remember, G Fuel, the official drink of esports. As we get into a corner kick from Brisky, who's going to take it over the middle. Can't quite find who he was looking for. Going to get it over to Odick, and that'll be fired into the stands.
Yeah, McAllister just tried to receive one quickly there. Couldn't really get the shot off in time and ends up just firing that wide. But Peter Oak definitely did try to set him up well. He looked pretty concise in attack so far, and I reckon they'll probably be able to mount more of the same.
Yeah. So you have Washburn going back to Sparkle, trying to get it forward to Oak. Oak passes it back to Sparkle, gets it forward to Alistair, over to Oak, who gets it forward all the way to Brisky over in the corner, gets it over the middle, header, and that's a goal from Sebastian Pelletier. And we have a 1-0 lead here in the 5th minute.
Swung it back and forth. It was quickly whipped over by Oak. Again, we just saw that connection we talked about in their first little chance at a goal. They swing it wide to the right where Brisky's there, sends it through. Dog's not able to get a foot to it, and Pelletier is waiting, and he directs a very powerful header right into that left side of the net. Beautiful work to go up early on.
Yeah. So here we go with the throw from Paris from Sparkle. He gets it over the middle, was looking for Cortez, but can't quite find him. It's going to be headed away, but recovered by Brisky. Brisky gets it over the middle again. That's going to be headed away again. So we have Pelletier. Back forward to Brisky. Keeps it inbounds. Gets it back to Cortez. It's going to be kicked away. But then kicked back from outside the box by Peter Oak. And that's another goal. And it's 2-0 now. Wow. Here in the 13th minute.
Manny Camavinga tries to send that one clear. It was whipped in very quickly by Isabella Cortez. Talked about her in the first match day, trying to get one there, but Milan Horvat waiting right on the end of the clearance and just taps it back where Oak, absolute screamer of a shot there, top bins, and Kazenga Lua had no opportunity to get a hand to that. A beautiful goal to put them up by 2, and 2-goal leads, twice as good as 1-goal leads.
That is big if true.
Big if true.
Here's Horvath getting over to Pelletier, but that's going to be blocked, but recovered by Brisky. Gets back over the corner, over to Pelletier, back over to Brisky, who's being covered by G Fuel. He goes over the goal with it, but they'll stay in bounds. Recovered by Oak, but now intercepted by Kraustis. Kraus is going to get it forward to O'Rourke, who heads it back to Nagataro. And now we have Kaapstad actually getting to the attacking side of the field.
Yeah, they just look to hold it up there, I feel. They're not really looking to press too hard there. We just saw they decided to dial it back, go to a side of the quarter, and try to look for something strong, but eventually they just kind of had a breakdown and they just opted to try and retain things. Going down 2-0 early on, you just look for rhythm.
Here we go, have O'Rourke on a breakaway, and it's going to be blocked.
Yeah, great.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that was... really what they were trying to look for there. They aren't really looking to just push Paris back in attack. Rather, they're just looking to get incisive balls and look for open opportunities for Lachlan O'Rourke. And That's what they kind of got
Yeah.
there, but Washburn and Miko Yavala, recent acquisition for AS Paddy, has been very solid early on in defense and making sure to quash that opportunity with that block and clear.
So here we have Perry on the attack again. Pelletier taking it all the way down to the end line. But then it's going to have his pass intercepted and kicked away and cleared by Valor, where Washburn will take it back in. Get it back to Sparkle, who has a whole open field in front of them. Now we're going to play a little bit of triangle kicking. Over to Horvath, gets it forward, fired into row J, it looked like that time.
Yeah, just McAllister again, just try to look for an early shot, trying to get Kazenga Lua. It was looking strong, but again, he's just putting a bit too much behind those. Maybe we should try looking for more of a finesse opportunity later on.
We're here in stoppage time, 2 minutes of stoppage time. That was a shot that was blocked and almost deflected back in, but it's going to be blocked, and we're going to have a corner kick from Brisky, who gets it over the middle, looking for maybe Alistair, but overshot his target. Still in the final minute here of the half. And that'll be the half. So we have a 2-0 Paris lead here at halftime. And oh boy, that is a lot of white on those match stats.
Yeah, they have controlled this game throughout right now, Paris. They really did have some strong attacks. They even had another opportunity there. McAllister tried to catch Lua on that short side. And really just beautiful work there from Paddy, just giving them nothing in attack. Kaapstad only really had one opportunity. It was quickly blocked and snuffed out. It looks like Paddy have held a total dominance over this game, and perhaps they can just continue this downhill running into the second half.
Yeah, we'll have to see if any substitutions are made by Kaapstad to try to reverse their fortunes here, but remains to be seen as we are waiting out the halftime. I saw Kaapstad only did have that one shot on goal.
Yeah, that was the O'Rourke opportunity. Just, again, that's where they haven't been able to get through. It's Kaapstad trying to make long through balls, but the team has been able to go back to see the subs here. Dexter Hall on for David Dog for Kaapstad, and it looks like AS Paddy, why ruin any good thing? Just stick with your current 11.
Yeah. So... I'm so confused as to what just happened there, but I saw Hall got carded over it.
I think that was for a different incident there. It looked like it had just been a bit of a simulation there, but no yellow given there on the side of AS Paddy.
G Fuel tried to find O'Rourke, but ended up overshooting him, and that's going to be intercepted by Perry, who's now starting to move the ball up the field. Sparkle will hold on to it for just a couple seconds, and him and Alistar will just play back and forth. It almost has his pocket picked by Mardona, but Alistar holds on to it. Gets it past midfield over the Pelletier to Cortez, who's got daylight in front of him. With the cross over the Papadopoulos, but that's going to be all over the goal in the row D for a goal kick.
Yeah, that's what we've been seeing from Kaapstad. It's just slow presses up and forward, work that ball in. Don't try and look for just a miracle ball over the top. That's all you need.
Oh, it's off the post! Kraus just keeps it, clears it out a little bit, but that was a beautiful shot that was off the crossbar. That was almost a 3-0 lead for Perry.
Yeah, it looked like Lua had just been able to get there. It's direct free kick now. Saved again. Yeah,
saved again.
That looked like it just took a glove off Lua, got that right hand to it, knocked off the bar, and then was cleared away by Jonas Krustis. Again, Kaapstad just escaping with that one, perhaps.
So then we have Perry in control again. Washburn moving it forward to Oak, moving it forward to Alistair, but it's going to be intercepted by Kraustis, who gets it over to Usada Pecora, who goes forward towards Mardona. We cross midfield to O'Rourke, but he's got a lot of white jerseys in front of him as he passes it over to G Fuel. Cross over to O'Rourke, but it's going to be kicked away by Javala.
That's where Yavala has been strong. He's just snuffed out any opportunity thus far. And now a potential counter-attack.
Here's Papadopoulos, and he just lobs it over the keeper, Leonidas Papadopoulos. It's 3-0 Paris here in the 55th minute.
Def taxes Papadopoulos goals. That time they go the through ball option. Isabella Cortez, she caught Camavinga on the back foot. And Papadopoulos, even with two defenders and Lua coming up, he just opts to go the simple option, chips it right over the top. And again, Paris find themselves up. And now they look to really coast this one in.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised because I thought Camavinga came up with that pass, but then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, that's a chip into the goal. Oh, okay. That happened. But we get back to Bartlett, who I feel like we haven't had to say his name yet today, it feels like, but...
Oh, he hasn't had to make a save.
Sparkle taking it back to Washburn. We're now in the 60th minute. Forward to Alistair, who just has to beat the keeper, but he doesn't. Saved by Lua, and that'll be a corner kick.
He went the finesse option that time and didn't get it over. Perhaps he just looked for the wrong option at the wrong time there. Needs to work on that decision making.
Headed away by Athlete. Good challenge by Washburn. And now we have a corner kick from Pecora. Kaapstad looking to get on the board here. Going into the 63rd minute, over the middle, it's going to be headed away by Yarvala, but recovered by Hall, fired by Maradona, but that's going to be saved by Barfoot.
Yeah, looked like they tried the weak footer there, the left footer, and couldn't get any power behind it.
Pecora tried for a fancy free kick, but it ended up overshooting O'Rourke, recovered by Gordon, gets it over to Athlete, over to Maradona. It's going to be headed away by Sparkle, recovered by Athlete, back over to Gordon. Now we're going to have a little bit of a reset here. Pecora is going to get it back over to the inside. Valor's going to take it back out, trying to find a look that he likes. Looks for Maradona, but ends up passing it out of bounds, and that's a costly out of bounds.
Yeah, again, was trying to look for a through ball there, but Nagatoro Maradona didn't have the pace to really catch up to it. Those ended up going to no man's land, and AS Paddy were more than happy to let that one go.
And we have a through shot to Papadopoulos, who's to beat the keeper again, but it's saved by Lua. Going to be recovered by Hall and probably cleared.
That's their first shot on target. Goodness me, Kaapstad. It looks like we have an injury here. Sada Pecora will have to be taken out. That is a shame for her. She was looking okay, had a few opportunities to send in some set pieces, but now has to give that duty over to someone else with the injury.
Here's Kraus is taking the set piece, and that's just going to get right to Horvat. Will be kicked away, but recovered by G Fuel, who will get over the Hall, over the Valor. Over to Gordon, surrounded by four Paris players. Looks for G Fuel, looks for Maradona. Looked like Brisky almost had his shot at intercepting that, but doesn't quite get it. O'Rourke fires, it's blocked by Washburn, but recovered by Maradona, who fires again, and that one's blocked.
Yeah, great work by the center backs, not letting Bartlett really get challenged here. It was a block by Washburn and a block by Yarvala. Just perfect work and positioning to make sure no opportunities could even get a whiff of a keeper.
Can I just say that pass to the keeper just there had me terrified because Papadopoulos was right in line of that and could have just taken that for an easy goal, but it ends up not costing him. So we get Hall going forward to Valor to Gordon. Maradona getting O'Rourke, but there's no real room in front of him, but he fires anyway, and that's actually a good shot, but saved by Barfoot.
Yeah, got on that strong side there, really tried to whip that one up to the top right corner, but Bartlett was there, positioned himself well, and snuffed that chance down. Well, it was the first time that they've got a really clean look there, I feel, but now they get a second one perhaps. No, it's blocked by Cortez.
Yeah, when you have four people between you and the keeper, normally you don't think you're going to get that great of a look, but that was a good shot. But now here we are in stoppage time in the 94th minute of probably 94. We're going to get Lua clearing it out. It's going to be recovered by Paris, by Yavala to Horvat, getting it over to Oak, going forward for Alistair, but undershot him. Taken away by Kraustis. Now they're going to get over to Gordon. If they want to get something on the board here, which they won't, that's it. That's the game. It is a 3-0 Paris win over Kaapstad, whose troubles continue.
Yeah, it was honestly domination right from the outset. Kaapstad was able to get a few more at least decent looks in the second half, but they really weren't able to capitalize on any real opportunity. Bartlett was there when they needed him, and while the centre-backs just played out of their skins there, Mikko Järvelä there, you see getting an 8.0 match rating, but Peter Oak also getting himself on that score sheet with the goal, the second goal, that beautiful shot from outside the area, his control from that really defensive midfielder position, perhaps earning him man of the match honours.
Oh boy. So now as we close out that game, we're going to get ready for our second game, Inter London versus Montreal. Inter London currently sitting at the top of the table with 6 points and a +3 goal differential. Montreal sitting in 5th place presently with 1 point and a -1 goal differential.
Yeah, we can guarantee that they will at least stay in 5th place due to the Kaapstad loss, I believe, since they were sitting 1 goal back and just went 3 goals back. So unless Montreal get absolutely boat race from the outset here, which I don't see happening, Inter London are a strong outfit. Yeah. They've really found a great striker in K. Clements. He's been absolutely on fire and is, with that hat trick he had last week,
right,
you would really try and back them here, especially at home at Boris Johnson's Party Dome, which we may see a rename soon. Who knows? But again, that's just where I would say we're looking at. You know, Montreal, they did get a good victory over Inter London last time out. Jake Justice, I believe, had a brace in that one, but this time around, Inter London have so vastly improved their stocks that it's hard not to look past them.
Here's Utley Abaralunga taking over to the corner as we get our first chance of the game, but it's going to be blocked by Donnarumma, who's going to clear it out. We're going to get it over to fall on the floor. And not, like, it looked like we might have had a promising attack from both sides here in this first 30 seconds, but it kind of just quietly went away that quickly.
Yeah, just not quite able to look for prime opportunities there. It just didn't seem like they were ready to try and mount early attacks. Just get a bit of a filling out process, perhaps. These teams are meeting for the first time this season. They're not really certain how they're going to game plan against each other. You don't need to immediately go out and go to your first option early on. Perhaps you can just save it for later.
Here's a kick forward. Blocked by Järvelä, but he was offside anyway. But, ooh. Here, a free kick from Muffin over to the floor. Who gets it back to Muffin, who gets... That's going to be blocked by Mathieu. I would say that better have been blocked because that was nowhere close. Here's Muffin taking the corner. Headed, but got too much on it. That'll be out of play. Now we have another free kick. More set pieces. It's coming one after the other. Muffin finds Solari, who gets it back to Muffin. Back forward to Solari. Looking for maybe Clements. Finds him. Terrence got a little bit of room in front of him, but it's going to be quickly closed by Calavara. Fired by Yor, but that's going to be blocked. Yor picks up the ball again. Over to Muffin, looking for the floor. Keeps it in bounds. Gets it over to Terrence. To Yor, back to Terrence over the middle. It's going to be headed away by Mathieu. That was a lot that just happened there.
Seems like there's more coming.
The floor to Clements, and that's a goal, and that's their 4th goal of the season as Inter London takes a 1-0 lead.
Hat trick last time out and immediately opens the account. Well, not quite immediate. 25 minutes in, it's Fallon the Floor who was really pushing towards that goal line, but rather than immediately going out towards it, just sent a beautiful cross in, perfectly weighted, right where Clements was waiting on the corner of a 6-yard box. There you see, perfectly onside, and was able to put that one right past Brian Duke. And Inter London right now are looking to make it perhaps 3 from 3 if they can hold on to this lead.
Alrighty. Duke clears it out. Gets all the way to the other side, but it's going to be recovered by Dives in a lot. Yabella will clear it out now. That'll be recovered by Mathieu. So we're playing some good kickball here, but Let's see if we can get some offense going. Nope, we're just going to go right back to Duke over to Williams. Now we're going to get it across midfield, but it's going to be intercepted by Terrence, who gets it over to Yor, who gets it over to DeFleur, who looking for maybe Clements again, who has an open lane in front of him. Fires, and it's off the post!
Goodness me.
Almost a second goal.
What a beautiful cross in there. Foul on the floor. Finding beautiful looks for Kay Clements. That time, just a little bit off target. Duke may have had it been sent just a little bit more towards the goal mouth. But at the end of the day, they'll...
And here we have Justice. Oh, he takes a dive in the box. No penalty called, so play will continue. DeFleur airs it out to Clements, who just has Williams and the keeper to beat. Passes it back to Solari over the Clements. Going to be blocked by Williams as Clements is offside.
Yeah, that whip ball back for Solari. Tried to get that shot away, but again, Williams, after the block, was positioning himself well there, making sure that he was able to get that call over, kind of just trapping Clements in no man's land and winning that play back.
Here's Noir taking a shot. Dubow's going to jump for it, but it ended up being blocked, and Valorian was actually offside there. Yeah. A lot of offside calls so far in this game.
Just perhaps a little bit of ill discipline, maybe. Just looking for other options that aren't quite there. That time, I think it was just miscommunication. Xavier Valorian was trying to perhaps just set a pick and not interfere with play in any meaningful way, but ball ends up just bouncing right into the back of him, and he ends up being called in an offside position.
Yeah, now it's starting to rain, so it's not going to get any easier to keep this ball under control and keep yourself onside. So we have Justice passing it forward to Noir. Noir being run down by Terrence, but he's not going to quite catch him. Gets it back to Peterson. Peterson goes for the cross. Penalty called on Papastathopoulos. This will be a penalty kick for Montreal, being taken by Noir. Play is called. He backs up, fires, and that's a goal! An equalizer goal from Pinot Noir.
Yeah, Pinot Noir sent that one up top shelf. Tony Yeboah really didn't have any good look at it. In that earlier play, Papastathopoulos just brought Utley Abartalunga down, and he never had an opportunity, the casual, to try and make a play on it, and he ends up winning the penalty for them. And Montreal now drawing into London. Perhaps they can steal a point here.
Yeboah taking it back out to Ruma, who's going to clear it over midfield, but it's going to be recovered by Montreal. Calavera gets it forward to Noir, who's going for a second goal, but it's going to be blocked by Dives in a lot. Recovered by Noir, keeps it in bounds, but it's going to be cleared away by Dives in a lot. Clements going back to Terrence. All right.
Yeah, it was good work there by the defense, just making sure that no shot could get through. Dives in a lot. We saw that early blocks in that match between Kaapstad and Paris. Watchman and Yarvala combining well.
Here's Clements. No, but it's fired by Fall in the floor, and that'll be a goal. 2-1 into London here in the 45th minute.
What a beautiful opportunity. I've never seen a more wide open net than that. It's Hannah Solari who ends up taking this one right by Machu. Found Clements. It was blocked by AJ Williams, but Duke had come up to try and make a one-on-one stop. But because of a deflection off of Williams, fell on the floor, sees an open net, and wasn't missing that. And that's a great way to generate momentum going into half. You've had all the shots, but you haven't been able to convert all the chances. Now, with that 11-shot lead that we see on the stat sheet, they now have a goal lead to carry into halftime.
Yeah, that is admittedly a little scary thing for Inter London, is that you've had 15 shots, only 2 of which have on target. Meanwhile, Montreal's been placing their shots a lot better. They also only have 2 shots on target, but they've done it in only 4 shots. So it's a lot of wild and craziness with the Inter London shots.
Yeah, but one also has to question the keeper there as well. Only the 2 shots on target, and well, it's 2-1. One has to consider, like, what is going on there between Brian Duke and Tony Yeboah? You know, Brian Duke, he's talked up such a great game, you know, trying to hype himself up as one of the keepers of the future, but here he hasn't really shown it, getting caught out of position on that second goal, not able to meet the first goal from Kay Clements. There's cause for concern, perhaps, and perhaps this is something that they look to.
in Brian Duke's defense for that second goal, I would also run up to block Kay Clemens.
Yeah, and
So
we have the substitutions coming through. We'll go over those. Matt Letitia coming on for Terrence, and the most recent goal scorer found on the floor has been replaced now. Walter Pinkman coming on in lieu of them.
alrighty, we have a throw-in from Montreal here as we enter the 47th minute. Calavero going forward looking for Casual, but it's blocked by Papastathopoulos, who gets it back to Yeboah. He's going to run it all the way to the edge of the box and then roll it out to Dives in a lot.
Yeah, I thought that might have been calls for a free kick, perhaps, because it looked like Yeboah might not have been under the immediate pressure, just receiving that header back from Papastathopoulos, but referee willing to let that one go there.
Yeah. Here's Muffin. Oh, we got it over to Valorian, up to Jake Justice, who's going to take it back to the edge of the box. It's going to be passed by Noir. Fires, but it will be blocked, and that'll be a corner kick to be taken by Funyuns. Funyuns, everybody knows, the official snack of the SSL to go along with G Fuel. I've never had Funyuns and G Fuel together. I don't know if I want to, but here's taken out by Duke up to Peterson. It's going to be intercepted by Dives and Lock. It's over to Letitia. Going to play a little bit in the backfield, but then we get a long pass forward to Scud Muffin. Kicks it back towards the middle to Millar over the Papastathopoulos, who gets it over the middle. Headed, but saved by Duke.
Yeah, really needed that one for his morale there. You did see that 2 shots on targets between each team, so still holding firm in that department.
Yeah. So we have Yor over the Dives and I was going to put it all the way. Yeboah is way out of that goal. I'm a noted person who hates when keepers are that far out of the goal, but whew. You get Papastathopoulos challenged by Casual, but he's going to fail the challenge, but the shot goes over the net anyway for a goal kick.
Yeah, I do think that perhaps that could have been taken one defender further, trying to take on Tokyo Wartooth, rather than looking for immediate pass to really set up a one-on-one, but on that occasion, just didn't fall through for them.
Time is starting to fly by for Montreal to get this equalizer goal. We're in the 71st minute now. About 20 minutes left in this match. You're getting it forward to Clemens. Over the Pinkman to Letitia. Looking for the forward to Clemens. Fires. It's saved by Duke. And we will have a corner kick from Scud Muffin. Looking for Yor. Finds him, but it's going to end up over the net for a goal kick.
Yeah, now they're really starting to pile the pressure on Brian Duke there. Had to make a very strong save on that occasion. And now
here's Yor open shot. Saved by Duke. That'll be another corner.
Speaking into existence, my own Chisok. That one nearly ended up going through the hands of Duke, but he's there for it.
Whew. That's another goal kick for Montreal. Here's Papastathopoulos to throw in again. Forward to Muffin. Was looking for Clemens. Finds him. Fired by Clemens. Duke dives for it, but misses it, but it's okay. Goes out of bounds, and that's a goal kick.
Yeah, again, they're just putting more and more pressure on Montreal. Brian Duke has been under the pump this whole game, really. And now he's finally able to make some clutch saves to try and keep Montreal in it. But that's what he needs. He needs that back against the wall. Montreal have that right now with 8 minutes to play. Can they find an opening?
So we have Solari to Ruma to Millar. We're here in the 83rd minute, so about 10 minutes left in this game for Montreal to equalize it. Here's Solari going forward to Papastathopoulos, bringing it forward, being chased down by Wartooth. Brings it all the way to the goal, to the back line, The Muffin header saved by Duke, who's going to quickly get it out. It looks like Montreal's going to try to clear it down. Yep. But now we have Valorian getting the ball, but it's going to be taken by Yeboah. That was a risky play to run out that far, because if Valorian catches that, that's an easy goal for him.
Have to take the chance there. I would rather try and gamble and win rather than play safe and lose. But now they have another opportunity into London.
Clemens! Oh my God, what a screamer of a shot. From outside the box, I believe, by Kay Clemens, and that'll be a 3-1 lead for Inner London.
That might very well be the dagger in the heart of Montreal's hopes of stealing one here. Hannah Solari perfectly timed through ball. Clemens just stepped inside. You try to narrow the angle, but he kind of loses his footing there, trying to look if he can make a save. And, well, he just gets put to his right. He had no opportunity to really get to it once he had fallen to two knees. And that one was just belted into that bottom corner. No chance. Into London, taking the 2-goal lead right back.
That was almost another foul in the box, but we have Pinkman going forward. Going back for to Solari. He's got an open shot. Saved by Duke. Cleared out by Matthew. Over to Casual. Now we're here in the 89th minute with a throw-in from Wartooth. Over to Funyuns, to Casual, to Calavara. But it's going to be passed to really about nobody. It ends up in the feet of Scudmuffin.
He tried to look for oddly about a longer there, just couldn't find himself at the end of it, couldn't time his run. Likely would have been called for offside had it actually been able to get to that one. Was well read.
Yes. Williams going forward, looking for Casual, but it's going to be headed away by Papastathopoulos. Yeboah has to make a diving save on the header away from Papastathopoulos. But
yeah, one would call it a Jordan Pickford moment in real life. Yeboah was just looking to push it
intercepted by Justice! Oh my goodness! They'll go out of bounds. We'll have 1 minute of stoppage time here. Whew. That was almost very dangerous. We have Letitia going forward with it. Noir has to try to take it, but can't get it. Gets it forward to Pinkman. Gets it forward to Letitia, looking for Clements, but it's going to be kicked out of bounds by Williams.
Yeah,
and that'll do it. That is full time. It is a 3-1 Inter-London victory over Montreal United.
Well, that was a pretty good all-around performance, one has to say, from Inter-London. Found the floor, goal and assist. Kay Clements definitely man of the match there with the 2 goals and the assist on the foul on the floor. Really created off his shot, so a potential second hat-trick gone begging perhaps. But still, have to say, Montreal do have some things to look forward to there. They showed some good incisive attack. You know, even after they had been kind of shut out early on, they were able to mount some chances in the second half. Perhaps may feel a little hard done by on the score sheet, but I think most of them can say that they had done the job that they needed to. But they were just unlucky, perhaps, to not come away with a point. They looked strong early on, but after that Kay Clemens goal in the 85th minute, there was no real way back in for them in that one.
Right. So we're going to move on to our final game of the day. We have Buenos Aires versus Seoul. These two teams are right next to each other in the table at the start of the day anyway. Buenos Aires sitting in third place, technically tied for second with 3 points and a 0-goal differential. While Seoul sits in fourth place with 2 points and a 0-goal differential. So it's a very closely contested, well, as close as you can get after, on the match day 3.
Well, I have to agree with that one. Buenos Aires is a win and a loss on their recent form, while Seoul have only drawn, so either we will have a winner or we will not have a winner, and one of these streaks will break apart. 50-50 chance,
Either we will have a winner, either we will have a winner or we will not have a winner. Let's find out.
Well, Buenos Aires have always had a winner in their matches, and Seoul have not had a winner in their matches. One of those will break tonight.
He's taking us out. Guevara over to Katarina. Buenos Aires wearing the red today, Seoul wearing the white. Here's Vandersloth going back to Checker. It's going to be very closely guarded by Paul, looking for Tali. Going to find Buendia. Going back, but it's going to be intercepted by De Silva, but intercepted back by Checker, who gets it forward to Tali again over to Gorkov, who gets it over to Buendia. Over the night, Gorkov, Tali. We're just kind of looking for the open man, but can't really find an open man. A lot of people stacked up in that box. Back over to Tali. And someone is offside. Checker was somehow offside and all that.
Very slight offside trap there, but the assistant referee was right on top of it. Really had to look for that one. And a good save there by King Kong. it just looked like they're just kind of toying with him, Buenos Aires, trying to feel them out and look for that opportunity to see if they can find any exploits, find any holes.
Oh, there's a by Yates that's over the goal.
Yeah, just a very powerful shot there, just missing the top corner of the net. King Kong didn't look like he was going to get a glove to that one had it been on target in that top shelf. And Buenos Aires have looked very threatening early on.
Here's another shot by Yates, but it's saved by Kong, and it's just going to roll harmlessly out of bounds for a corner kick to be taken by Gorkov. Maybe looking for Van der Sloot at the near post. Doesn't find him. It's going to be taken by Kong.
Yeah, half on Kong there to make a good save, diving to their left, but also I feel like that could have very easily been ball security issues that looked for maybe perhaps something more. Just, try and secure it. Don't let Buenos Aires get any more attacking opportunities. You've already been under the pump enough.
He's checking of Edwin Van der Sloot, and that's a goal. 1-0 Buenos Aires.
Can we call that a commentator's curse?
We probably could.
That one was just, again, under the pump the whole way through. Mike Checker just decided to make a little run into that right forward pocket. It was a ground ball between two defenders, right between Pork Tenderloin and I believe Manfred Man. And, well, it was easy for Van der Sloot to be on the end of that and convert an opportunity for Buenos Aires to go 1-0 up at home.
I did not know that Checker's first name was Mike. That is a great name.
Yeah, you didn't know about Mike Checker? We can talk about Mike Checker. We can talk about foul on the floor. We can even talk about Willie Normus now as he's under pressure from both Yates and Knight.
Here's Yates, gets it over the Gorkov, back over to Knight. Covered by McGurk, but he still finds a way to get the crossover, but it's going to be headed away, recovered by Mike Checker. Checker looking for Van der Sloot, finds him. Man can't get the block. He'll get over to Tally, but that'll be tipped over by Kong. We have a corner from Gorkov over the middle, headed away by Danny Paul.
Yeah, Yates couldn't quite get on the receiving end of that corner looking near post, but now they get another attack.
Oh, God. Oh, the diving save by Kong that if he doesn't hold on to the ball, that goes terribly wrong. With Gaverno standing right there.
Was right there, trying to be on the receiving end of it. Kong read the play well, though, recognized that it was a pass in to Gaverno rather than the immediate shot and just cuts the ball off before it can get anywhere close. But again, Buenos Aires just continuing to press on in attack.
Checker finds Van der Sloot. Van der Sloot can't quite get the opportunity before he is caught up to. It'll be blocked. That'll be a corner kick to be taken by Gorkov. Again, Van der Sloot at the near post. They're looking for Guevara over the middle, but it's going to be headed away. We're only in the 14th minute. What?
It is
okay.
Damage limitation right now from Seoul. They have been just had no opportunities. Again, they just continue to find shots being peppered their way. Already 15 minutes in.
4 of them on target, too. It's not even like they're, just yeeting them over the goal. They're actually, on target. So here's Yates getting over to Tully tonight. Intercepted by McGurk. They're going to clear it out. But it's going to be right back in Buenos Aires' hands. Looking for Edwin Van der Sloot. Fires his second goal of the game for Edwin Van der Sloot. That's 2-0 Buenos Aires.
Wow, great work on the defense there. Sigvard of Catalina getting up there on the header with a contest with Danny Paul, was able to find Aimo Tali, and it was just pure control midfield there from Buenos Aires. No one coming up to challenge him. Buendia sends in a perfect through ball. Pork Tenderloin could not get anything on it, and then it was just Van der Sloot, which was basically a tap-in goal. And Buenos Aires are just boat racing them right now.
Yeah. So now we're going to have Gorkov getting it forward from Van der Sloot. It's going to be covered by Tenderloin. Over to Tally. Van der Sloot over to Yates to Buendia. Going to be blocked, cleared out. Paul gets it over to De Silva. Seoul on the attacking side of the midfield, but doesn't look like anything's going to come of it.
Yeah, again, now they're trying to find some attacking opportunities, but Buenos Aires have just given them no way through. They've kept up the pressure immensely throughout, and now again...
Like, checker, but it's going to be... That went to like 3 different people in a quarter of a second, but ended up at Kong.
Yeah, a little bit of Sepacta crawl perhaps going on there. The header from Buendia then found the head of Governo, but Governo just couldn't get enough power on that one. He might have one here.
Here's Governo. No! It's going to be saved by Kong, and that'll be a corner kick from Gorkov. Who's he going to look for this time? He's looking for Governo maybe at the far post? Nope, looked like maybe he was looking for Buendia. Just couldn't quite reach him. But we're going to have a goal kick now from Seoul.
Yeah, just
so we're going into the 44th minute.
Deflection off of Yates, perhaps? Well, no, Yates was the one that made the shot, but it was a deflection off of Governo. So it just looked like, again, a little bit of miscommunication there. Just got to give your players an open shooting lane to try and whip one in and really try and get a first half 3-goal lead. You can almost put that one to bed.
We have Buendia going back to Katarina. Keep in mind, we are in stoppage time. There's only 1 minute of stoppage time here. Van der Sar fires, and that's a hat-trick goal from near midfield almost. What was that?
A first half hat-trick for Edwin van der Sloot. It looked like it came from nothing really, but it's just a great incisive move. Van der Sloot finding a seam between McGurk and Da Silva and a perfectly placed shot. You couldn't pick it up and place it better. Just right into the bottom corner of the net. Unreachable for King Kong. And Buenos Aires go in. First half hat-trick for Edwin van der Sloot. 3-goal lead at the break. They are running away with this.
I think this just evidences how tired I am. I said that shot came from nearly midfield, and he was maybe 5 yards away from the box when he fired it.
Well,
it just all happened so fast. I was just like...
Yeah, it's not quite from the logo, but it is at the very least outside the area. Still just, again, you could call it a long shot, and, well, he converted it beautifully. It has been just absolute domination here from Buenos Aires. Right from the word go, they had attacks on, and they've just found Edwin van der Sloot in perfect positions to convert these opportunities. He'll probably end up with a 10 match rating at the end of this. He has been nearly flawless.
So if you're Seoul, how do we get back into this game if you're Seoul?
Do you want my honest answer to this?
Yes.
You don't.
Okay. I feel like with Seoul, first off, we have some subs coming in. I didn't quite catch the names of the subs coming in.
We have Tildesfunction and Faking an Injury on. They have come on in place of, I believe it was... Let me double check my notes here. Grayson Yates and Alejandro Buendia. I believe it's Alejandro. Apologies if it is not.
Yes, it was Buendia. I feel like you gotta try to baby steps your way back into this if you're Seoul. Just don't even worry about a goal yet. We still got about 30 minutes. Just worry about getting an on-target shot first. So here's Paul. Good opportunity. That's saved by Oakdown. But all right, that's fine. We got an on-target shot. That's baby steps. Now we get to our goal. Maybe off this corner kick by Mann. Over the middle, headed away, but recovered by Mertz, who fires, blocked by van der Sloot, recovered by Holmberg. Holmberg gets it all the way back.
Yeah,
but we got our on-target shot.
Yeah, and I do like that they're kind of going for more changes in tactics as they've really tried to get something. I did actually call Human Manfred Man earlier. I had him confused with a singer, as that shot, I believe, was blocked.
Yeah, looked like it was blocked by Kong. So we have a corner from Gorkov. Looking for Guevara. That hit the crossbar, and that's going to be cleared out. That was almost a 4th goal for Buenos Aires.
They've just been on absolute fire here. That time, just not finding a Che Guevara. Try to put that one in. Just not quite finding the angle there. Hit it the inside of the bar, but not quite the inside of the bar. Is now
Tildesfunction with the shot. Tildesfunction.
Yes, Eric Tildesfunction. I believe that is the pronunciation on that one. As that corner's headed away. I'll let you catch your breath here. Just over 50 minutes to play Buenos Aires. Another attacking opportunity. That's cleared by Human. And right to Faking an Injury. Goes in the back of Matilda's
Oh my
function.
God.
Nevada now for the
Okay.
Immortali. Finds Gorkov and tried to look for
Saved
injury
by
again,
Kong.
but just knocked away there by Holmberg. I'll let you take over now, Zenlos.
Kong,
Feeling
Kong-
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm great. Wonderful. Never better. Here we have Paul going over the Mueller. Mueller has nobody in front of him except the keeper, but he hits it off the post. And that's going to go out of bounds for a goal kick.
That is a coach killer. You get one-on-one. He probably could have faked a shot there. Get Koshayok down to try and make a dive to his left or his right and then pick the other way. Almost penalty-esque, but on that occasion, just put the shot in immediately. Looked for that opportunity. He beat the keeper, but he couldn't beat the post.
Oh, man. The greatest enemy of all, the inanimate object. Guevara over tonight. Going forward to Vandersloot, looking for maybe a fourth goal on the game, and kicks it back. Gets it over to Tilde's function. Now we're just kind of playing a little bit of keep away. We get to forward to Vandersloot, and it's fired and saved by Kong. That'll be a corner kick. Taken by Gorkov here in the 78th minute. Over the middle, but just headed away by Mertz.
Yeah, that time it was, again, Vandersloot right in the receiving end of it. Tried to slot it in, but that time King Kong read it well and was able to just snuff out the play and turn it into a corner kick, which Buenos Aires that time couldn't capitalize on. Stoppage time ticking down. Seoul perhaps just needed to find a consolation here.
Yeah. So you got 2 minutes left. You're not going to come back from 3 goals at this point, but you want to at least get something on the board. You know, give the fans something to be happy about. Let's see if we can get it done here. Here's Normus going forward, being blocked by Knight, but tries to get to Alois. He does. Over to McGurk, who's going to be challenged by Tilde's function. Over to De Silva, back over to McGurk. They can't really get it out of this little spot that they're in, so they go all the way back to Holmberg. Look forward for Aloisi, but it's going to be headed away. Recovered by De Silva. Over to Muir, McGurk, forward to Aloisi again, who's got a little bit of open space. Fires! And it's saved by Oakdown, and that'll be a corner kick for Seoul.
Yeah, looked like it might have taken a deflection off a post there, but Koshe Oakdown did enough to keep that one from going in, preserving that clean sheet.
Oh. McGurk gets the head on it, but can't get it in.
Yeah, that
We have a goal
likely
kick.
Take it down.
Yep. Oh, no, we're still going to go. We're going to go a little bit more. Here's Knight. Nope. Alrighty, that's it. Referee just charging for the middle of the field as he calls for full time. That's a 3-0 victory for Buenos Aires over Seoul M.F.C.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
boy.
was just quick out of the gates. Buenos Aires, again, it was early on. They mounted the attack. They basically pressured Seoul into not giving them anything. And as a result, they ended up just really taking the lead from that 10th minute goal from Edward Vandersloot, and he just continued getting opportunities. He'll be very pleased with himself, and I'm sure the fans would be as well. I do think that this will be a great positive sign for them to go forward, CA Buenos Aires, especially seeing as now they have tied with AS Pattis on the standings, basically only separated by club name.
Yeah, they came into today with the same point and same goal differential as AS Paris, and they finished the day with the same points and the same goal differential as AS Paris. Today was a wash. Nothing counted. It's just... But all in all, it's still a great day for soccer. We saw some really fun games. The scores weren't as close as you would like them to be, but it was still a good time.
Absolutely. Well, I'll close us off here. For Zenlos and the Simulation Soccer League, I've been Sock. We hope to see you next time at the next match day.
Good night.